the Democratic Congressman representing Ohio's 13th district, and he's got all the answers for you. And because he's a 2020 candidate for the Democratic presidential nomination, Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan, come on out here and give us the answers. You got all the answers, Tim? All right.
Hey, guys. Hey, man.
So you're running for president.
Yes, I am.
Just you, I understand.
Yes, I'm all by myself.
No, you're one of 22. It's like speed dating at this point, isn't it?
Yes.
So, okay, so you're running for president.
Yes.
You're on HBO here. You got a big audience.
Yes.
Right? You got my audience, which is a lot more open-minded than most audiences.
Yes.
It's true. Why you? Why you and not the other 21 losers?
You said it, not me. I've got not only a plan, but I understand what the American people are going through. I hear all this happy talk about the economy, the stock market's up, the unemployment rate's down. The reality of it is most people are still struggling to make ends meet. I've been living that for the last 45 years outside of Youngstown, Ohio. Thank you. We got one everywhere, I'm telling you. And I've been studying, trying to figure out how do we get this economy working for working class people. I mean, we've got...
But aren't they all saying this?
No.
I'm asking you why you're different. You're telling me what every one of them would say.
Here's where I'm different.
Okay.
I know what direction we need to go in. I know where the economy's going.
Where?
It's, well, right now...
What do you know they don't know?
Right now, nowhere. But we've got to get in. I'll tell you a quick story.
The economy is not horrible. 4.4% is the unemployment rate in Ohio. It's kind of hard to run against the economy in Ohio, isn't it?
No, because, you know, the average wage has only gone up $20 a week.
But it originally went up big.
This is not working.
Wages did finally rise.
After how many years?
Okay,
after how many decades?
All right, but Trump is president for 2 years. We can't ignore that fact.
Yeah, but
finally wages went up. He's the guy in the office at that time.
The question is, do you feel better? I'll go back 2 weeks ago and talk about a General Motors plant just laid off 1,700 people. I'll talk about a trucking company just laid off 600 people. You know how they found out? A text message. I'm telling you, Bill, this is the underlying issue in the country.
But I'm trying to get to that one Democrat. I said this last week on the show. I said, I feel owned. You know how they always say they own the libs? Yeah. I mean, when you talk about this shit where they can't do anything, I feel owned. And I don't like that feeling. So I'm looking for that Democrat who'll make me not feel owned. I'm looking for the Democrat who's going to stand up to the Twitter mob. Are you willing to do that, to stand up to the people who are woke?
Well, here's
Look at that. Even an LA audience wants to stand up to the woke.
Winning this election is going to be about who's got the plan for the future on the economy. Listen to what I got to say.
I know, but you didn't answer the question.
No, listen. Yes, of course I am. I've taken on Republicans. I've taken on Democrats. Okay. I'm not afraid. I represent my people.
Right.
And right now, my people have not had a fair deal. It's not going back a few years. It's going back 40 years. Wages are still, they're creeping up $20 a week, and the president's running around saying there's a boom in the economy. They still got debt. They still got credit card debt. They still got student loan debt. Look, we need to move into the future economy. There's about 1 to 2 million electric vehicles today being made. In the next 10 years, there's going to be 30 million electric vehicles made. I want those made in the United States. I want the batteries made in the United States. I want the charging stations made in the United States. That's how you...
Will you tell the people, there's coal people in your state, coal, right?
Yeah.
Will you tell them, coal is last century. We are moving on. We'll retrain you. We'll help you, but we're not sending you back down into the hole.
Bill,
will you tell them that?
Yeah, well, they know that better than anybody.
But that's not what they vote for. They love Trump, who says, I'm sending you back into the hole. You guys can't sell. We'll get you out of the hole.
No, look, one, we didn't even go into states like that. We didn't go into rural America.
Hillary did.
And then we turn around and then we say, why don't these people vote for us? Because we don't go there. Let's go into these communities, tell them that they're going to be building electric vehicles, tell them they're going to be building solar panels, tell them they're going to be wind turbines. And when you look at the president, he keeps talking about China. China dominates 40% of the electric vehicle market. They dominate 60% of the solar panel market. We've got no plan. So as president, I'm going to have a plan for how we dominate these industries.
So that's a good example. We were talking about it before, tariffs. came out today. Trump is putting more tariffs on China. It's going to make our goods cost more. He doesn't seem to understand that. But I read in the paper, furniture, air conditioners, handbags, fish, soap, fruit, pet food, everything. We're going to teach these Chinese a lesson. We have had it up to here with you making the shit we buy. Okay, so I keep reading, we're paying more. It's hurting his, and mostly his voters. Democrats can't make that an issue? You can't sell people on he's costing you money.
They are hurting. I mean, we're not running the election just now.
But they're not leaving him.
Well, they don't have a chance yet. We've got to go and talk to those people. We've got to have a rural agenda. We've got to, in places like Iowa and Ohio and Michigan and some of these other places, we've got to go there and tell them we care about them, that they're not deplorable, that we like them, that we love them, and we're going to rebuild their community. And here are the jobs that are going to come. And here's the other thing we got to stop talking about. They say, Democrats, what's your economic plan? Say $15 an hour. Nobody wants to make $15 an hour. That's a social justice issue.
Right.
People where I come from were making $30, $40 an hour. Now they're making $15 an hour. That's not where they want to be. We've got to have a bigger agenda, a more aspirational
So every
agenda than we have
Democrat
now.
gets asked the question about... You just won. You just got some votes. Okay. So every Democrat gets asked the question about socialism. And I would love to hear a Democrat just say, well, we are already a quasi-socialist country.
Yep.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
They just love to applaud. We're a quasi-socialist country, and that's good, but it's probably enough.
Yes.
Is that your position?
Yes.
You're not on the social...
I
You're a
believe
capitalist.
that we need to fix the capitalistic system.
Okay.
Period. End of story. And I'll tell you, if you want to reverse climate change, you better align the environmental incentives with the financial incentives. If we don't use the power of our free market, if we don't use the powerful venture capital community that we have in the United States to try to decarbonize our country, we're not going to get there in time. This needs to be an urgent matter.